Thanks a lot, Dean. And Andie and I are very pleased to be here. If you're wondering why we're here, we are not Ward 3 voters. We do not know any of the candidates. So the idea here was that we would have some moderators that are objective and truly don't really know much about what's going on. But we can run a room usually. And Leadership Rhode Island has a long history of bringing people together for the purpose of having civilized discussion and trying to be productive and keeping the peace. But that doesn't mean we can't talk about tough topics, things of great concern, emotional issues. We want all of that. But I'll throw out some guidelines in terms of how we're going to respect and take care of each other during the night. All right, so, and be good to me because my boss is here, you know? It's like, so I want to just give you a quick rundown on the agenda. So I'll do a little intro and what to expect tonight. We're going to have 2-minute opening introductions from the candidates. We have 4 of the 6 candidates with us this evening. And we'll do that in alphabetical order when we open. And then when we are closing, they will have 1-minute closings, and we'll do that as well in alphabetical order reversed, if I can figure that out. Then we'll have some final thoughts from the Neighborhood Association leadership, and we should adjourn by 8:30. That's the goal. But really, tonight is about you all. So if I could have the candidates please take their seats behind their names, that would be great. Now, we put them up in front of you, but they're not really going to be answering any of your questions. In fact, they're not going to answer any of your questions. Tonight is about you as a community. The undebate means we're not having a debate. The undebate means we're having a community conversation. This is your opportunity to raise the issues, raise the questions you think are most relevant, and for these fine folks to listen, and hopefully it will arm them by the end of this evening as to what's really important to voters in Ward 3. So when we come back for the actual candidate forum, which will have some heightened profile on it, Ted Nisi has agreed to moderate, if you know him from the news, so you should get a lot more attention to your ward in the election, and hopefully it'll drive people out to vote and have an opinion and participate in this democracy. They should know what's important to you, because you're going to share it tonight over and over. You may ask questions this evening, they just won't answer it, but I may position the question to someone else in the audience that thinks they have the answer. Okay? So it's a little different format, I realize, but what I was told by the neighborhood associations is that after the heated experience over the last couple of years in particular, and over the recall voting and all that, it would be a good idea to let people talk and sort of air things out, if they will, and also refocus on that there's a whole ward here. There's an entire group that involves many neighborhoods, and that we can discuss that. So that's the idea tonight. So let the candidates know what you most are concerned about, what your questions really are. They will be listening. Your input is then going to be recorded, and the topics which seem to have the most concern tonight will be turned into the form of written questions by the neighborhood associations and delivered to these candidates, and they have the opportunity to answer them in a written form, and then they'll be posted online and distributed to news and so forth. So really, the idea here is that you're influencing the next forum, and you're influencing what becomes the important issues. You're in charge. You're the voters. You're the community. These fine folks are trying to represent you. So there's limited time tonight, so we ask that only voters of Ward 3 comment on the microphone tonight. That was asked of us from the neighborhood associations. Angie and Coma and I will not let the microphone go. I'm telling you now. So I will hold it for you, but you ain't taking it, okay? There's a reason, because I'm not going to allow any ranting and raving endlessly, but I will allow you to express yourself. And if you have something to say, raise your hand. We will come to you. you will hopefully stand up if you're able to stand up and say who you are, what street you're on, and then whatever it is that you want to say. Begin your question, your comment, name, street, and whatever you want to say, okay? Here's some sort of basic, how to get along with others kind of thing. Please respect your neighbors, guests, and the candidates. Listen to others with rapture. Avoid private discussions while others are speaking. It can be difficult to hear in the back. I was back there, so I know it's true. And there are a lot of you in the room, and I think more people will be arriving. One person to speak at a time only. Please wait to be recognized and allow time for the response. Keep your questions or comments to 30 seconds, a minute. We're not looking for you to talk us into tomorrow. Some of you will have more challenge than that than others. I would. This ensures that everybody will have a chance to speak, okay? And keep the focus on issues and topics. No personal attacks, no hidden agendas. The bottom line is, our goal tonight is to be fair, to be informative, and to be respectful. Fair enough?